smoky old bar room, so far from his home. No woman to cling to, he's out on his own. Riding the range, though he never complains. The silver screen hero is faded and gone. And how he remembers, he'd always win the girl at the end. But young love surrendered, forsaking the silver screen hero. Stories told to a bottle, they're always the same. His autograph pictures, long since thrown away. You've seen his face, you've forgotten his name. He's a silver screen hero from those old glory days. And how he remembers, he'd always win the girl at the end. But young love surrendered, forsaking the silver screen hero. But a man spends his whole life just finding his way. Now he's at the end of his road. His road. Last of the silver screen heroes, the bad guy in black, our hero in white, fighting for justice, he always won. Now the silver screen hero has hung up his guns. And how he remembered, he'd always kiss the girl at the end. But she died last December, the co-star of our silver screen hero. He's alone now, the silver screen hero. Now the silver screen hero rides off in the sun.
It's not quite a religious experience, but it's damn close.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
The wheel is turning, but the hamster's dead.
Seriously? You guys gotta come up with a better name. Whatever. I'm not even getting paid for this show.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio.
first thing I said to you is you have your mother's eyes. Then she held you close and swore she'd never let you go. I may not be there to see you grow or help you along the way. Just know my heart is with you, and I know you'll be okay. You could have stayed little, and that would have been okay. But time had other plans for you, and you got bigger every day. You always made your mama proud, being daddy's little man. Even though you're growing up just as fast as you can. Be grateful for what you have and never forget to pray. Make sure to see the good in people and help them along the way. Don't ever be someone you're not. Be proud of who you are. Be true to yourself, and I know you'll go far. You could have stayed little, and that would have been okay. But time had other plans for you, and you got bigger every day. You always made your mama proud, being daddy's little man. Even though you're growing up just as fast as you can. One day you'll grow to be a man better than me. Become strong and smart for the entire world to see. And the time will come when you raise your own family. But you'll always be our little boy, no matter how big you'll be. You could have stayed little, and that would have been okay. But time had other plans for you, and you got bigger every day. You always made your mama proud, being daddy's little man. Even though you're growing up just as fast as you can. You could have stayed little, and that would have been okay. But time had other plans for you, and you got bigger every day. You always made your mama proud, being daddy's little man. Even though you're growing up just as fast as you can.
That is brand new music debuting right now on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best, broadcasting from Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world. That is Michael Jennings. It is called Little Man. You can find Mr. Michael Jennings on the big Twitter machine at Beat Up Old Guitar. I love that Twitter account. Beat Up Old Guitar, Mr. Michael Jennings debuting right now. And before that, another great tune from Brent Johnson, Silver Screen, debuting on Indie Country Radio. And Brent Johnson can be found on Twitter at BrentJohnson01. There you go. That is good stuff. Brent Johnston, actually, with the T in there as well. We've got another brand new song going to debut in just a minute, but first, welcome to a morning edition of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly. We are KICR Indie Country Radio, playing New Country's Best by unsigned indie artists, and we're doing it from my basement today in Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world. We were in the basement last night, all night. We had a tornado warning in Branson, Missouri late last night, and then ice to the north of us. So get ready, folks. If you live to the east of us, it's coming your way. That is for sure. So keep your eyes on the weather today. It's going to be fun around here. I guarantee you. Going to be 13 degrees tonight. We were in the 50s yesterday. It's crazy stuff out there. But we got a crazy good show lined up for you today. We are going to interview David Jr. from the band Rivershine. They have our song of the week called The Lover. We're going to talk about that song, how they got into music and country music, and he's done jazz and all kinds of stuff, so it's going to be a fun time. We're going to learn the story behind the songs. That's what we're going to do here coming up at about 8:30 a.m. Central Time. Let's get back into that great country music right now. This is called Parade from Revival on today's Country from Indie Country Radio. New country's best on your Thursday.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
Told her he was leaving today. Packed his car and he drove special place within her heart, which he used to feel. He had her love right from the start, and again he never will. Sometimes life is like a hurricane. You only get one ride on this crazy train. So do what you can to make love right. When it comes to love, don't give up on the fight. When it comes to love, don't give up on the fight. When it comes to
More brand new music debuting right now on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best. That is Alyssa Starr. Alyssa Starr. No, it's Elisa. That's how you pronounce her name. Alyssa Starr, Alyssa Ann Starr. If you want to find her on Twitter, we want to welcome her to the KICR Indie Country Radio family of stations that is called Hurricane. And as I mentioned earlier, we were under a tornado warning last night. Haven't had a hurricane warning posted, but I just tweeted the song, so I guess I did warn you that a hurricane was coming. Alyssa Ann Starr, if you want to find her on Twitter. You can find us at New Country's Best on Twitter. My personal account at Tim Kelly on Air. We are on the air right now, live on Spreaker.com, on our website, Indie Country Radio. IndieCountryRadio.net is where you can find that. We are also on Spotify in the podcast section. Just search Indie Country Radio. Also on Google Play Music. Just search Indie Country Radio. We are all over the place, and we are glad to have you tuned in today as well. Coming up here shortly, we're going to be talking to Rivershine, David Jr. from the band, going to tell us all about their song of the week called The Lover. We're going to play that and talk to them and a whole lot more coming up shortly. Miss Catherine Shipley, good friend of mine from Missouri, has a brand new single out. It is called Signs. I've been looking for all the signs of when it was going to drop in my mailbox. It did this last weekend. We're going to debut it right now. K-Ship Music is where you can find Catherine on Twitter. This is called Signs on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Sign says reduce your speed as it flashes 45. One warns about deer crossing, one says don't drink and drive. Everywhere you look, if you open your eyes, you'll see signs. What's on those sunglasses to cover that black eye? Attitude with alcohol, it happens every time. He won't change, and when you finally realize you've seen signs. Signs, recognize where you're going. They will lead you down the path. Choose who you want to be. Signs, do your best not to ignore them. Skies warning faded, patiently waiting for you. Signs, oh signs. Young boy, 12 years, with anger in his eyes. No direction in his home and full of empty lies. Opened his mind, opened his heart, opened his eyes. He saw signs. Signs, recognize where you're going. They will lead you down the path. Choose who you want to be. Signs, do your best not to ignore them. Skies warning fading, patiently waiting for you. Signs, oh signs. holding hands with a family on their mind. They've been trying for so long to bring a child into their lives. They jump for joy when they see those two cross lines. They saw signs, recognize where you're going. They will lead you down the path. Choose who you wanna be. Signs, do your best not to ignore them. The sky's worn and faded, patiently waiting for you. Signs, recognize where you're going. They will lead you down the path. Choose who you wanna be. Signs, do your best not to ignore them. The sky's worn and faded, patiently waiting for you. Signs, oh, signs. Choose who you wanna be. Signs, oh, signs. Patiently waiting for you.
Tim in the morning. What does that mean?
Are you responsible for the strange sounds I heard emanating from my radio this morning?
We apologize for what he said.
Blah, 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 blah.
We have no idea. We're just making it up as we go along.
The guy's awesome.
I'm on jacked up on Mountain Dew.
3, 2, 1.
Drop it.
Your station for new country now.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Today's country.
Pretty wild.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
In the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
I grew up out in the country where people treat you right. I had my own guitar at age 14. Me and Daddy would play at night. Big cousin Eddie would join us. Our friends and neighbors we'd invite. We was picking and grinning on the back porch. Those were the best days of my life. We played back porch boogie. We can make it last all night long. Just some good old folks, just having fun, singing a simple song. 1 part country, 2 parts blues, 3 parts honky-tonk. We played back porch boogie. Everybody come sing along. Well, now I'm playing in a big-time band, traveling around the world, staying in fancy hotels and meeting fancy women, all dolled up in fancy pearls. This fast-paced life just never stops. It's enough to make my straight hair curl. But when I close my eyes, I'm home on the back porch, singing to a country girl. We played back porch boogie. We can make it last all night long. Just some good old folks, just having fun, singing a simple song. 1 part country, 2 parts blues, 3 parts honky-tonk. We played back porch boogie. Everybody come sing along. Burning the candle at both ends. I miss the good old days. I can't wait to get home again to my back porch where I can play. My back porch where I can play. Back porch boogie. We can make it last all night long. Just some good old folks, just having fun, singing a simple song. 1 part country, 2 parts blues, 3 parts honky-tonk. We played back porch boogie. Everybody come sing along. Back porch boogie. Make it last all night long. Good old folks just having fun, singing a simple song. 1 part country, 2 parts blues, 3 parts honky
more brand new music debuting here on Indie Country Radio, KICR from Branson, Missouri. That is called Back Porch Boogie. The artist is Riley Nicholson. Now, Riley is Ryle. Riley Nicholson. Music is where you can find him on Facebook and Twitter. Brand new music right there. We've got Rivershine and David Jr. from the band live on the phone right now. How you doing this morning? Hello. Are you there? Oh, we lost him. I'll tell you what. Don't you just love live radio? Well, let me put in another song real quick if I can. There we go. We'll get him back on here in just a minute. We were talking off the air just like crazy. Well, there he is. Maybe we got him here. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, we lost you there for a second.
The powers of technology.
I tell you what, I was hurrying up and trying to load another song and gonna bust it loose here in a second. So, David Jr. from the band Rivershine, how are you this morning?
Good, sir. Good. Thanks for having me on.
You bet. Glad to have you. You are from the state of Indiana, I saw.
Yes, sir. Yes, we are.
You getting into that crazy weather that we had last night in Branson coming your way?
I'm telling you, I think we are to start pairing up and heading towards the arc.
I tell you, we were under a tornado warning for a few minutes last night. It was in the 50s, thunder, lightning, just crazy wind. And then north of us and west up in Kansas and part of Missouri, too, had a big ice storm last night.
They're talking 70s here today, records, and 20 degrees in the morning.
Wow. Yeah, we're going to be 13 tonight.
Man, crazy weather we're having.
Yes, it is. Well, I'll tell you what, you got some crazy good music in the library that we have now. A couple of good songs. And
appreciate you.
I know you guys, you found us on Twitter. We were talking about that off the air. How did you guys come together as a band, and how long you been doing this?
I mean, all of us in the band has been doing this for a long, long time around Louisville, Kentucky here. I say Louisville, Kentucky because we can throw a rock across the river where we live at. Actually, Jesse, our drummer, lives in Louisville. Mm-hmm. Give a shout out to my guys in the band. They're all working today. We all still have to work for a living, so they're all out working hard this morning, and I'm kind of playing hooky a little bit and getting this radio interview in with you.
We appreciate it.
But no, we just all been around town for a long time, and it all actually started with Mark Slaughter, the 80s guy. Mm-hmm. He's a good friend of mine, and he was coming out with a solo record last year. And, you know, we just decided to do some work together, find some decent songs. And, you know, I reached out to I'm fans of guys in my band. They played around town here for a long time.
Yeah.
And, you know, reached out to them about what we wanted to do and what direction we wanted to go. And here we are, you know.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you know, the new music finds us now. We've been doing this for about 6 years, and so many followers on Twitter, you know, they follow us, and then they want to follow or send us a song, and we listen to it, and we like it, and it fits the radio station and the format, and you got a song called The Lover that, you know, I don't know if it's classified as a country song, but it's got a country feel to it, and that's what I like.
Right.
I like that. And it's unique. It's out of the box. I've read that in your bio. That's what you want to be, and you guys definitely got that going on.
Well, in a world of new artists releasing new music every day.
Yeah.
If you have to do something a little bit different out of the box.
Yep. My first three songs today have never been played on this radio station. They're brand new songs.
Right. And that's kind of where it was at. When we went the direction of this and we heard The Lover, we just knew that was the direction we wanted to go in.
Yep. Awesome. There's a great video to it, too, that we added to our TV channel over at Indie Country Television. They can find that at indiecountryradio.net on our website. We got a bunch of great videos on there. You guys got a good one, too. Fully produced. I love it.
Yes. Yeah. Antonio done a great job on that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where'd you shoot that video at?
I actually own a camp on the Ohio River down here. It's a little small community. My river rats, that's what I call them. Uh-huh. And we just got the community together and we shot it down there on the river.
Okay, awesome. Well, goes great with your band name, Rivershine. Now, how did you come up? with that?
That's kind of how that come about.
I was going to say, how'd you come up with that name?
One night we were just sitting at camp, and if you ever saw the sun or the moon come up with the moon, the way it shines off the water on the river, There you go.
I have. I'm a big bass fisherman, and I went down here. Branson has Table Rock Lake, and late at night we were camping out about 1:30 in the morning, and my favorite lure is a buzzbait, that kind that just propels across the top of the water. And when you catch a fish at night like that, all you feel is the pool, and that is just an exciting thing, man. And 1:30 in the morning, I nailed one, and I'm out there fishing in the moonlight across that Rivershine or Lakeshine, whatever you want to call it.
Right, correct.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's exactly how that came about.
That's awesome. Well, there's 4 of you in the band. I'm looking at the picture that we're using to promote you guys. You're the one on the far right wearing the hat, isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's me.
I had to go back and look at your Facebook profile, and your picture wasn't on there, and I had to make sure who I was talking to today.
That's all good.
That's tell us who the other guys in the band are real quick.
Jesse Lee's our drummer. Bill Green's the singer, guitar player.
Okay.
And Adam Cave's our bass player and other singer.
Okay.
Like I say, I'm fans of these guys. They've played around town for a long time. We all have. And, we love being on stage playing.
Yeah.
It's just a gel that we'd love to, to do.
Yeah. I read that you guys in your bio can run the musical gamut. Even a few years ago, you were asked to perform some jazz, and you pulled that off.
Maybe a little bit.
I guess.
We're not trained in that kind of thing, but you never know what can happen in a club,
Exactly. Well, what can people expect to hear in a show from you? Do you guys do country music covers and that kind of thing?
Yes, yes. I mean, we're, when you come, we got a show coming up here at the Wild Horse. And, a place like that, you kind of got to gear your show towards the line dance thing.
Yeah.
And that's what we do.
If
we're playing a club here in Indiana that's kind of more on the rockish side, we put a little bit of more rock in our set. And, we kind of appease to what the crowd is, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I saw that 2 weeks from tonight you guys are going to be at the Wild Horse Saloon. I've been there 3 different years now, the past 3 years with the Nashville Universe Awards. We took home a couple in 2016. What a great night that was. And
absolutely.
Always a fun time and a great venue, man. I tell you, the food is great, the service is great. A couple of years ago, they remodeled that place, so it's got 3 balconies there and just some great history, man. A lot of great people, big names in country music have played on that big stage.
Yes, absolutely. We're feeling honored that, we get to grace the stage. A couple weeks ago or a month or so ago, we actually signed with Core PR.
Yep.
And Dawn and them are taking us to a whole other level. And a couple months back, we signed with Tracy with TD Music Management, and she's the one that's pulling off some of these really great gigs to get our songs and our music out where we need to be. Because if you're not out playing them, you know what I mean? You gotta find different ways.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, let's get you booked in Branson or close to it, all right?
We'll be happy to come. And appreciate everybody requesting us. And, hey, we'd love to come to Branson.
You betcha. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to tell you, even on the air, because I've been working with these folks for a little bit and promoting them, there's a bar here called Southbound Bar and Grill. It's a venue of about 300 people it will hold. And a lot of good folks that we've been playing on this radio station have been coming there to perform. So I'll give you that info even off the air so you can get with Jody and see if you guys can come up here. It's 5 miles from my house, and I would definitely try to come see you.
Hey, we could just stay with you.
You betcha. we can do a live interview right here in the basement.
Yeah, I appreciate the intel.
You betcha. Let me ask you now, how did you get started in music in general? I see you performed in a church choir when you were younger and that kind of thing. What got you interested in music as a young man?
Well, actually on the weekends here, my father and everybody in my family played. Not technically professionally. I mean, there was some strings of professionality there, some good Nashville things. But for the most part, I grew up listening to my dad and his friends play every weekend in my garage. Mm-hmm. From everything from Hank Sr. to Hank Snow to everything country, you know, and that's, as a little kid, that's how I grew up.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of good things happen in garages too, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just, how most of us probably did around here.
Yep. Amazon started in a garage. I think Google, all these big companies, they were garage businesses and garage bands that make it big. There's nothing better, man.
Correct.
Yep. Absolutely.
Well, that's how it all started for me. And then, I think a couple of the guys did sing in church choirs and stuff. And I know Adam was in a Christian band before he turned to, they done some touring and things like that. I think Bill did too. And, that's kind of where it starts around here.
Yeah. Big shout out to Adam. He's in my chat room right now giving us a big shout out in there. So
there you go.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, he's at work.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Love that live radio and this
technology. We're not touring musicians yet, but, they can, a couple million people could go out and stream our song on Spotify. It'd be great.
There you go. Absolutely. Well, we're on Spotify, too, on this podcast, so you're getting double Spotify today.
Well, like I said, man, we really appreciate you, Tim, having us on.
You are welcome. Now, let me ask you this, too. One of the hardest things in the music industry when you have a band is keeping the band together, and I know you have to be close-knit to be able to do that and have success and do it for a lot of years. Tell us about that relationship with you guys and how that has been, keeping this band going and getting it going.
Well, when I started this with Mark a year or so ago, and we decided to do this, I had reached out to 2 or 3 different people, and obviously, a couple didn't work out as we were going through the transitions of finding the right players and the right person, the right fit. Mm-hmm. And Bill was just, man, when he came in and started singing, it was just, we just knew. And me and Adam had played together before in another group, and I just knew Adam was the solid guy that I had to have on bass.
There you go.
And we had another drummer there for a while. Kyle was a great guy, and he opted out to do something a little different, and we brought Jesse in, which is toured, and he's been on the scene. He knows what's going on. He knows how the business works. And man, it just first time playing together, it was just a click.
Awesome. Now tell me this too, because I know a big thing that you have to deal with is the support of your family. You want the support of your friends and fans and all that thing, and build you a fan base to get the big names, the big labels to look at you. But that family support when you're on the road and touring and doing these shows is pretty important too, isn't it? What's that like? Did we lose you again? Yes, we did. Well, we're going to get him to call back here in just a second, but I'll tell you what, there's nothing better than that family support. That is what keeps you going when you're out on the road. We'll talk to Adam here, or Adam, we're talking to Adam in the chat room. He's live with us in the chat room. We lost Dave again, but we'll get him back here in just a second. Let me see if I can call him. Gotta love live radio. Here we go. See if we can get him on. There we go. One ring.
Yeah.
Hey, we lost you there again.
Well, it's raining very, very hard here, and I'm not sure if the signal's having an issue with it or not. But get back to what I was saying, as my family's always been really supportive of me, and I know Adams has of his, and it takes that to make it work. I can't exactly come out and tell everybody right now, but we got some major opening shows coming up in June and July with some major artists. I can't pin them down. Can't say yet. We will be able to soon. But, there's going to be some travel coming up. But in order to be successful, you got to get out there to the fans,
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, Adam's listening at work. He said nobody's working right now. Everybody's gathered around the radio. Big shout out to those folks. I don't know where he works, but anytime you guys want shout outs, come into this little chat room and I'll be glad to do it for you. So big shout out to them and wherever they work. You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this question. Speaking of, you can't give any information of who you're playing for. I ask this of a lot of artists sometimes. What would be your dream gig, either living or past, if you could play with an artist? Who would a few names be?
Man, ever since Keith Urban's come out, I've been a fan of everything that he does.
Awesome.
And that would probably be the opening, that would probably be the ultimate tour for me.
Okay.
And outside of that, we just want to get out and play,
Yeah.
I mean, do our own venue. I'd love to, I'd love to sell out the Wild Horse.
There you go. Yeah,
that kind of thing. So we just want to get our music out to the people and be successful.
I think you're on your way. You guys will enjoy the Wild Horse, and if you do sell it out, it holds about 3,000 people, so it'll be a packed.
Yeah,
it'll be a packed house.
I don't think that's happening our first time in. It would be great,
yeah.
But we're trying to get our music and our name, and we're trying to we get out there as much as we can.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Dawn will do you right. I tell you what, we worked with her at Country Radio Seminar a few years ago, and so Core PR's good folks.
Yep. I mean, we're so happy to be on board with them and sign with them. I mean, they have just loved our music that we've sent to them and loved what we got to offer, and and I think that's probably 90% of it.
Yeah.
When you bring somebody on board that really loves what you're doing and how you're doing it and want to take you, and they want to take you to the next level, that's when you start having a little bit of success.
Yeah, absolutely. And promoting this music, I know for doing it for 6 years, because not only do we do it on the radio, but we do it on social media and everywhere else too. There's a lot of work involved in it, boy.
There is.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a lot to it. We promote about 250 artists, maybe more.
So, right. And man, like I said, we're proud and glad to be part of that.
Yeah. Well, we're glad to have you. And I'll tell you what got us is the music. This song, The Lover, that you sent to us was the first song that we received. And
right.
I want to talk about it a little bit. We talked about making it a song of the week a couple of weeks ago, and I said, sure,
yes, sir.
No problem, because I kind of wing that on Sundays. I do that on my own. Unless we get some requests and some suggestions, I have to pick a song of the week, and I had no problem picking this one. Tell us how this song came about, who wrote it, and that kind of thing.
There's some guys down in Nashville that work for a publishing company that I had, being in the music business for years, you know a couple of publishing companies and you get songs, and you know what I mean? And sometimes it might take 500 songs before you actually get one that you might record, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I was sent probably 4 or 5 songs in a pack one night, just sitting here about a year ago, and I was just sitting there listening. When I heard The Lover, I just stood up out of bed and I knew that was it.
Yeah.
And it's just been a winner ever since.
Yeah. That song it's so different and out of the box. It's like nothing I'd ever heard, and we hear a lot of music, believe me.
Right.
And not all of it's good. I'm going to tell you right up front. 80% of the stuff that I get does not make it on the radio. Honestly,
right.
We play the best in new country music. The ones that we think, artists and songs that have a legitimate shot of somebody, the big labels, listening to this and saying we need to pick these guys up.
Well, that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
and in today's world, you have to kind of be an independent artist up to that point.
Yeah.
Everything is a ladder, a step.
Yep, it sure is. And I'll tell you what, it's not like it used to be back in the day when Loretta Lynn could walk into a radio station as the Coal Miner's Daughter song and say, hey, can you play this record, on your radio station? It does not work like that anymore, does it?
No, it's not. And I mean, there's two sides of the street today. I mean, and when you got social media and you got say an artist like Cody Johnson out there that was so independent,
mm-hmm.
he don't have a label.
Yep.
And he did it all on his own,
Yep. We're glad to play his stuff. I'll tell you what, and he was here in Springfield just a few weeks ago, and
right.
just north of me in Springfield, Missouri. I saw him on the Today Show. I mean, and he sold out NRG Stadium as an independent artist last summer. Nobody's ever done that.
An independent artist. I mean, and that to me, that's a game changer.
Yeah.
It tells me that if you have great music and you really want to be successful at it, it just takes work.
Yep.
And you keep working, good things will come.
Yep. Speaking of working, I want to mention this. Adam put in the chat room that present time he would like to jam with Cole Swindell and Brett Eldridge. He'd love to play with the late Chuck Berry. Those are awesome things. But I'm going to tell you what I know of Cole Swindell, and we played him when I first started in this internet radio thing several years ago. We were playing that kind of music, but we stuck to the independents, and that just took off for us. But Cole Swindell, I believe, started out working the merch table for Mr. Luke Bryan Martina McBride started working the merchandise table for Garth Brooks, and you know what kind of voice she has. So I don't think those are bad gigs either to take. It's hard work doing those things, but man, that got them launched, didn't it?
It did.
Yep.
And there's and like I say, there's 2 or 3 different ways to work the business today. And like you said, you just can't walk in a radio station with your record anymore and go, hey, here you go. You know, I'm going to say that social media is a necessary evil.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
mm-hmm.
You got to have it. You just, and because any place that books you today, or any label or anything like that, you got to have the numbers. If you don't have the numbers, then you're, you know.
Yeah.
It's just the way it works.
Yep. Well, and I don't think there's such a thing as overnight success, because I've talked to so many folks on the radio, you know, done well over 200 of these interviews, and they tell me they've been in this business for a long time. You said that too earlier. You know,
correct.
You guys haven't been doing this for just a year or two. You've been doing it quite a while, and you're still trying to work as hard as you can from the ground up to get your name and your music out there.
Exactly. And I mean, for the time frame that we've been doing this as a band, I mean, to be where we're at, I mean, I'm very, very happy.
Yep.
You know, I mean, we're getting quality shows, and they're only going to get better with Tracy on board. And like I said, bringing Dawn and them on was a major step for us. And who knows what door's opening now, you know?
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to do our best to keep playing your music, and when I do a live show,
that's awesome.
When I do a live show, I like to tweet the songs. Now, I'm not going to necessarily be able to tweet you right now because I got the phone in my hand and a mouse in the other, and I got some stuff going on, but we want to play The Lover here in just a moment because it is our featured song of the week. But we want to encourage all of you guys to find these bands that we play on Twitter. So let me ask you, where can they find you on that big Twitter machine, as I call it?
It's at Rivershine OFC.
Okay.
Basically short for at Rivershine OFC. Of course, you can get us on Facebook at Rivershine, YouTube, all the social medias you can get it on. Basically, you can just type in Rivershine, and I think we'll just come up everywhere.
Okay.
You know? We try to stay up on all the socials as much as we can. Because of all of our work schedules, we don't get together and do a lot of live feeds like we should, but we should be changing that soon. And like I said, we got some really good shows coming up. Wild Horse coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Some really good road shows coming up in June and July. So, hey, hopefully we'll get to see some fans out on the road.
Awesome.
And maybe we'll get to see come to Branson here real soon.
There you go. Hey, can you hang out with us for about 4 or 5 more minutes after this song plays and talk just a little
Absolutely,
bit more?
I can.
We're going to do it. David Jr. from Rivershine. Oh, hang on. I want to play this liner because you got our featured song of the week. I'm cranking up the song.
Thank you so much.
Let's do this.
The featured song of the week is next on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I just called you up to see if you're okay. You say you've been hurt and you're feeling down. Lately I haven't felt like going out. Baby, take a chance, it'll be alright. You don't have to be alone tonight. I can make you feel like a roller coaster ride. Your heart in your throat and your hands up high. I can make you smile like your favorite song. And all you gotta do is sing along like, well, girl, you need a thrill, and I can make you feel like day. Just spend a little time with someone new. And baby, what you got to lose? I can make you feel like a clear blue sky. You got your new wings and it's time to fly. I can make you laugh again until it hurts. First time feelings and fireworks alike. Well, girl, you need a thrill and I can make you feel like. Well, I can be the lover to get the other off your mind. All you gotta do is take a step my way with just a little leap of faith. I can make you feel like a roller coaster ride. Your heart in your throat and your hands up high. I can make you smile like your favorite song. And all you've gotta do is sing along like. Well, girl, you need a thrill and I can make you feel like. Well, I can be the lover to get the other off your mind. Your heart in your throat and your hands up high. I can make you smile like your favorite song. All you gotta do is sing along like.
That is our featured song of the week. It is called The Lover. They are Rivershine. I'm loving the song, man. I'll tell you what, I loved it from the first time I heard it. We talked about putting it as Song of the Week a couple of weeks ago. Never going to have a problem playing that song, and we'll be playing it for a while. It is awesome.
Thank you so much, sir.
Now, tell me, too, a big shout-out to where you guys recorded this and where you've recorded your first EP. What's the studio?
It was kind of a mesh of a lot of things. We did a little bit at Mark Slaughter's in his house.
Mm-hmm.
We did a little bit of the Sound Kitchen there in Nashville. And we did some here in Louisville, Kentucky. There's a little studio here called Jet Lag. Michael Sanders. He's one of the best mixing guys around. And
Okay.
we just took our time, and that's how we kind of did it, you know?
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we've got a guy in Kentucky. He is in Princeton, Kentucky. His name's Kevin Williams with our sister station, KW Hit Country. I'll give you his information, too, and you need to hit him up and do a live in-studio interview. Since you're so close, you may be close to
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We actually have a few live in-studio stuff coming up. I don't have my schedule in front of me, but I think we got a Bowling Green and a couple other stations and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, we just picked up an FM station. It's the first FM station in this country. It's a country of Luxembourg in the UK. It's Frank's Country Radio Gilsdorf is where the station is at. They've got about 20,000 listeners. They're playing every one of our shows on FM radio 94.7
That's awesome,
in
man.
Luxembourg.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, when you push play in internet radio, not only do we get music from around the world, we give it right back to the world doing this.
That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, as artists, we sure appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, Adam says it is so neat hearing your band on the radio. Dreams do come true. Well, we're glad to have a small part in that today. That is for sure. That's why we do what we do. That, you know, getting to talk to you on the radio and getting to say, hey, man, I knew those guys way back when, you know, for us.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and wouldn't you agree that doing what you do for a living, if you can get away from the work job and play music for a living, that's success, isn't it? You don't have to make millions of dollars, huh?
Well,
it'd be nice.
I mean, that's the goal here. But in all honesty here, I mean, and that's truly what us four are about. We truly love to get on stage and entertain and play music.
Yep.
You know? And I know some people out there say that, and it's kind of like a rolled over saying. But for a true musician, that's the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, once you're a musician and you get the feel of a 3,000 seat crowd and they roar off of even you playing a cover song, you're hooked.
Yep.
You know?
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, radio's the same way for me. You know, I went to broadcasting school back in the 80s, and when I started, I was playing 80s music. I loved
you were playing Mark Slaughter.
You betcha. I loved Journey, REO Speedwagon, Chicago, you name it. I was playing all that good stuff. But then I married a gal from Oklahoma and was down there for 20 years, and everybody listened to country music down there, so that kind of got me onto that and into country radio. And I just kind of stuck. I love country music, and you guys do a great job. But you know, your music sounds country enough for us, and we love that. So we're going to keep playing it. But you know, I've retired from doing this a couple of times, and I just can't keep away from playing you guys' music on the radio.
Right.
So, I know what you mean, man. It gets in your blood, and it's something that it's a passion, and you have to do it.
Right. There's just nothing like that butterfly in your stomach when you walk on stage.
Yep, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, we've had a great time today, and I hope you guys have a big radio tour and get your music blasted out there everywhere. We will keep doing it here on KICR and Indie Country Radio and all of our 21 syndicated stations, that is for sure.
Man, we sure appreciate you guys and the fans, and you can go get our music anywhere on Spotify, Rivershine, all that. Come see us at the Wild Horse. You know, we're going to have a lot more Nashville shows coming up. Plus, like you said, be sure to send us that information for Branson. We'd be happy to come out there and play.
Absolutely. We will get that to you here in just a little bit, or I'll message it to you later today. I got to do my work gig tonight. I'll be up all night, so you'll probably be getting some messages from me.
All good, man.
All right.
We appreciate you.
Thank you very much for the interview. We're going to go out with another song by Rivershine called Like That, and check them out also on their website. Go to rivershinemusic.com. I'm looking at it right now. You guys need to be looking at it too on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best. Thank you, David, and tell the band hello for
Thank
us.
you, Tim.
You bet.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you soon.
Else wanna love like that. There's a couple in the corner at the coffee shop on the same side of the booth. They've been coming in here for 35 years, but they still look brand new. She scoots in a little bit closer like their first date still isn't over, the kind of thing that makes you miss the one you got away. Everybody wants the love that makes everybody else want to love like that. Everybody wants to know deep down that this one's gonna last. Everybody wants a real thing, that undeniable feeling. Everybody wants the love that makes everybody else want to love like that. When you're sitting in the sun and you're holding hands and nobody even has to talk. When you walk in a room and her eyes light up, hell, you ain't been gone that long. It's all inside jokes, nobody else gets the heart that holds all of your secrets, the arms that know the answer before you even have to ask. Yeah, everybody wants the love that makes everybody else want to love like that. Everybody wants to know deep down that this one's gonna last. Everybody wants the real thing, that undeniable feeling. Everybody wants the love that makes everybody else want to love like that. Yeah, I want to love like that. Everybody wants the love that makes everybody else want to love like that. Everybody wants to know deep down that this one's gonna last. Everybody wants the real thing, that undeniable feeling. Everybody wants the love that makes everybody up on the same side of the booth.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
You and I never stood a chance. Our parents go way back. A small town, we were bound to be friends. To you, I was one of the guys, and I swear, despite your blue eyes, you never made me look twice. So it caught me off guard when we took your car and drove it down that gravel lane. You put it in park and you grabbed my arm. Suddenly everything changed with a bottle of wine on a riverbank, sitting on a blanket, staring up at the stars and daring each other to drink. Well, I don't know if it was you or the one we ran into the river, left our clothes behind. You would never shine so bright. You were laughing in the moonlight. I swear I'll never forget the night we were more than just friends. The next day, instead of feeling guilty, we made a joke about what that night would mean. We did our best to play it cool. 'Cause you gotta do what you gotta do. Go to school a couple states away. And I'm gonna do what I've always done. I'll turn around and run and write a song about a bottle of wine on a riverbank, sitting on a blanket, staring up at the stars and daring each other to drink. Well, I don't know if it was you or the one we ran into the river, left our clothes behind. You would never shine so bright. You were laughing in the moonlight. I swear I'll never forget the night we were more than just friends. Woo! So if I can't be honest for a minute, if you don't agree, then please forget that I've said this. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I wonder if we should have tried, when all it took to blur the lines was a bottle of wine on a riverbank, sitting on a blanket, staring up at the stars and daring each other to drink. Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was you or the one we ran into the river, left our clothes behind. I swear I'll never forget the night we were more than just friends. Are we more than just friends?
They are our good friends from the state of Ohio. They are Kate Hastings with the Kate Hastings Band, and they are awesome. Check them out at Kate Hastings Band on that big Twitter machine and Facebook as well. Well, I want to thank David Jr. from the band Rivershine for being with me today. I got some new friends today as well, and Adam live in our chat room right now, and all the folks that they work with. We want to give you guys a big shout out and appreciate you for listening today, and hopefully this is your first of many times listening to the great country music that we play here at KICR Indie Country Radio, and we hope they have a great success with their song The Lover. We're going to continue to play it all week on every live show, and you can check out The Lover anytime you want all week long, actually, on our website. IndieCountryRadio.net is our website. Hit that More tab on the right, drop down to Song of the Week, and you can play it anytime you wish, the whole song. Good stuff. Mr. Tony Justice is an over-the-road truck driver. When he's not doing that, he is making the best in new country music. You can find him on Twitter at @TheTonyJustice. This Side of the Radio is the title of this one. I like being on this side. Welcome to the second hour of Today's Country with Tim Kelly, KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Hey, Mr. DJ, know you gotta play that song. It won't be the last time you put it on. I know it's a big old hit, probably way up on the charts, but I'd like to make just one request. Have mercy on my heart. On this side of the radio, it don't sound near as good here on my stereo. You didn't see me breaking down with every word, reminding me of her, reliving every step she took to go. What it's like, man, you don't know. On the side of the radio, everything was perfect. I'd had a damn good day until I turned you in, man. You took that away. Every single word that I just heard is exactly how I feel. I went from drumming on my dashboard to crying on my steering wheel. This side of the radio, it don't sound near as good here on my stereo. You didn't see me breaking down with every word, reminding me of her, reliving every step she took to go. What it's like, man, you don't know. On the side of the radio, rolling down this lonely road, I can barely see the white lines from the tears in my eyes. On the side of the radio, it don't sound near as good here on my stereo. You didn't see me breaking down with every word, reminding me of her, reliving every step she took to go. What it's like, man, you don't know. On the side of the radio, what it's like, I hope you never know. On the side of the radio, of the radio.
This is today's country.
All the best country.
Today's country. Today's country.
The songs that I liked from today.
I don't play hard to get, I play hard to forget.
Your station for today's country.
There's no more us, no more her, just me. Cigarettes and whiskey.
Today's country.
I love it. Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Sitting all alone at a musty smoke-filled bar. Guess I didn't get far. Working on this broken heart. It's doing all it can to kill me. Told myself, sit back. Hard times, they won't last. But either will this half-full glass of memories. Bartender set me up another round. Fill me up until I drown. Until then I'll keep doing what I know. Keep raising these rocks up to my lips. If I do it enough I might forget all the reasons why she left me. There's no more us, no more her, just me. Cigarettes and whiskey. Cigarettes and whiskey. sitting by her side, planning her day, planning our lives. Now the only thing I plan is one day at a time. Bartender, another round, fill me up until I drown. Until then I'll keep doing what I know. I keep raising these rocks up to my lips. If I do it enough I might forget all the reasons why she left me. 'Cause there's no more us, no more her, just me. Cigarettes and whiskey. Not sure what will kill me first, cigarettes and whiskey, or losing her. Bartender, set me up another round, fill me up until I drown. Until then I'll keep doing what I know. Raising these rocks up to my lips. If I do it enough I might forget all the reasons why she left me. 'Cause there's no more us, no more her, just me. No more her, no more us, just me. Cigarettes and whiskey. Cigarettes and whiskey. Cigarettes and whiskey. Yeah. Cigarettes and whiskey.
His name is Chuck Thomas. That is called Cigarettes and Whiskey. He is a great singer, isn't he? Great songwriter as well. He's written for Miss Catherine Shipley, who I played just a little bit earlier in her brand new single called Signs. You can find Chuck Thomas on the big Twitter machine at Song Ballads, the number 4 and the letter U. Song Ballads for You, Mr. Chuck Thomas, and a great tune called Cigarettes and Whiskey. This next artist was born in Australia, raised in Canada, now lives in Nashville, Tennessee, making great country music. He is a 2-time Country Male Vocalist of the Year from the Canadian Country Music Association. You can check out the video to this song on Indie Country Television. Head over to IndieCountryRadio.net, Channel 1 and Channel 2 of Indie Country Television. Some great videos on there. Great music on the radio right now. His name is Gord Bamford. When Your Lips Are So Close on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Girl, I knew it must be you, 'cause it got hotter in this room. You walked in, made head spin. You look so good in the neon light. I drink you in with thirsty eyes. Long sip of your cool smile. Girl, I wanna reach right out, wrap you in my arms right now. Never let go, never let go. 'Cause I just gotta taste you, baby. You know it drives me crazy to be so far away when your lips are so close. When your lips are so close. You might be right next to me, but girl, it feels like miles between my hands and your skin. If you know what I'm thinking of, small talk just won't be enough. Can't wait for your touch. Girl, I wanna reach right out, wrap you in my arms right now. Never let go, never let go. 'Cause I just gotta taste you, baby. You know it drives me crazy to be so far away when your lips are so close. When your lips are so close. Right now, never let go, never let go. 'Cause
so close. When your lips are so close. When your lips are so close. When your lips are so close. Lips are so close. Lips are so close.
On the radio.
Get her done.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year. Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best.
I wanted you the very moment that you told me your name. Some hearts are like wild horses, they'll never be tame. I tried to put your kiss behind me, found a place out on the coast where the warm wind and the water help me lose your ghost. I woke up alone again this morning, listening to the waves against the sand. And just like a storm without a warning, you came crashing in. Darling, if a dam can hold the moon can move the tide. Girl, if this old world can turn forever, why can't you be mine? Well, I'd head back tomorrow if I thought I had a chance. Calm your restless spirit and finally take your hand. But I just can't get you out of my dreams, baby. The way you felt against my skin, and I'd trade in a treasure close again. I woke up alone again this morning, listening to the waves against the sand. And just like a storm without a warning, you came crashing in. Darling, if a dam can hold the moon can move the tide. Girl, if this old world can turn forever, why can't you be mine? Why can't you be mine? Darling, if a dam can hold the river, the moon can move the tide. Girl, if this old world can turn forever, why can't you be mine? Why can't you be mine? Why can't you be mine?
There are the great group from St. Louis, Missouri. They are Smoky Lonesome, and Why Can't You Be Mine? Smoky Lonesome on Facebook and Twitter. Go check them out. They are phenomenal, aren't they? Well, I tell you what, you're hearing music you're not hearing on FM radio. Why not? Because they don't know anything about this music. That's why we're doing what we're doing here at KICR Indie Country Radio, getting it out to the masses, and hopefully somebody gets picked up and blasted all over FM radio. We've helped many artists, too many to name here real quick, get on FM radio, but many of our artists are on FM radio right now that we're playing still in my playlist. We don't stop playing them just because they get that big record deal. We still love their music, like Mr. Cody Johnson that we talked about earlier. And speaking of him, I'm going to play him here in just a little bit. But let's play this next young lady who I interviewed a few weeks ago. Her name is Carrie Ann Hare on the big Twitter machine. That's where you can find her. Now, Hare is spelled H-A-E-R. Carrie Hare, that is K-E-R-R-I as well on Carrie. Her song is great. It is called Oh Lord. Let's spin it right now on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best, broadcasting from Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world.
She looks out her window, tears falling down. She gets on her knees, her hands on the ground. She can't believe the news she just heard. The doctor says she's sick and there ain't no cure. She looks at the clock, she gets up to walk, even though she's feeling so damn weak. And she screams, oh Lord, hold on to me tight, be with me during this fight. Oh Lord, hold on to me tight, be with me during this fight. Oh Lord. She pulls back her hair and puts her makeup on. She goes for a walk for some fresh air. She hears some birds, but they seem so far away, even though they're right next to her. She screams, oh Lord, hold on to me tight, be with me during this fight. Oh Lord, hold on to me tight, be with me during this fight.
Introducing the music of Billy James Brady. He performs fun songs like Beer Don't Float,
The only thing you gotta worry about today is the beer don't float.
and Talking Trash with Johnny Cash.
I wish I could sit and talk some trash with Johnny Cash. They wear their
And he makes serious songs like American Heroes, a great tribute to our active military and veterans.
serve their country, still wear their uniform proud. It wasn't for them.
Billy James Brady's music can be purchased on CD Baby or on his website, BillyJamesBrady.com.
They're American heroes. True American
Nobody knows new country
like we know new country.
Indie Country Radio, new country's best.
May have bought that old white car and he may have made it shine. But my daddy made it what it was when he pulled it off the line. Money can't buy the memories or keep them up to par. That car didn't make my daddy. My daddy made that car. Daddy and his 68 had a red down at the track, blowing doors off on every run, open headers and slicks on back. Not a car around could match up to that old 4-speed in those days. We'd beg to hear about that car, he'd just smile and say, well, he'd say them burning tires and octane, they smell just like cologne. One by one I'd line them up, I'd send them on back home. That quarter mile took seconds, but the memories they last. You can sit back in that driver's seat, but you can't relive the past. You can sit back in that driver's seat, but you can't relive the past. Daddy hung up his racing keys when he and Mom were wed. Ran machines in a factory just to keep our family fed. The hero of the track became the hero of our home. Still sitting in the driver's seat, just on a different road. He'd say them burning tires and octane, they smell just like cologne. One by one I'd line them up, I'd send them on back home. That quarter mile took seconds, but the memories they last. You can sit back in that driver's seat, but you can't relive the past. You can sit back in that driver's seat, but you can't relive the past. But Daddy and his car have been gone for quite a time, but his name is brought up anytime a Mopar hits the line. He'd say them burning tires and octane, they smell just like cologne. One by one I would line them up, I'd send them on back home. Oh, that quarter mile took seconds, but the memories they last. You can sit back in that driver's seat, but you can't relive the past. You can sit back in that driver's seat, but you can't relive the past.
Her name is Laura Black Wines. That is W-I-N-E-S. Yes, just like your favorite wine. I've got my favorite coffee right now, and if you're just getting up and around and still brewing it, well, that's okay. Tune into Indie Country Radio, KICR, because we're still doing it. We're playing the best in new country music, and we're only about halfway done. I'm going to go till 11 o'clock Central Time right here on Indie Country Radio. Laura Black Wines and the great tune called Driver's Seat. You can check out the video to Driver's Seat also on Indie Country Television. Head over to our website, IndieCountryRadio.net. Click the More tab on the right and drop down to channel number 2 for Laura Black Wines and Driver's Seat. Great video, great song. Mr. Danny Allen is up next. You can follow him at Twitter at The Dallin. That is D-A-L-L-E-N, The Dallin. And we met about 3 years ago in Nashville, Tennessee at a great award show we did. Good friend of mine, and a great tune right here called You Know I Want You on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
It's been 15 days since you've been gone. I've been doing all the things that I said I'd do if you moved on.
I've been hanging out with all my friends, trying to forget you and doing the best I can. But I don't think I can take one more night without you right here by my side. I ain't never loved nobody the way that I love you. Girl, you make me want to. You make me want to drive my truck right back to your house, say a little prayer that it all works out, make sweet love till the morning comes. Oh girl, you know I want you. I got the truck gassed up, got the radio on. I got a few of my buddies waiting for me down in Old Mexico. They want to make a little noise, throw a few back, meet some cute senoritas, drink some cold margaritas, and raise a lot of hell, yeah. But each mile I drive, you're right there on my mind. Been fighting back this feeling since I hit that state line. All I know is I need you, I want you right here, right now. You make me want to. You make me want to drive my truck right back to your house, say a little prayer that it all works out, make sweet love till the morning comes. Oh girl, you know I want you. Every time I close my eyes, I see your pretty face. I want you, I need you right now. Gonna drive my truck right back to your house, say a little prayer that it all works out, make sweet love till the morning comes. Oh girl, you know I want you. You know I want you.
We are 100% focused on new music. Hey, look, a squirrel. Anything country.
That's a funny word. Hey, these are good brownies. What? Oh, yeah, right. Radio, sorry.
How come you never take me out to dinner anymore?
Well, first, we're about to play a bunch of feel-good songs. And second, you know we're not married, right?
Oh, details. Today's country.
Pretty wild.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Here comes that moon again, just like an old friend. And there's a choir of crickets and they're singing those summer hymns. And nothing beats the sight of the mountains on a July night, and the way that silver light knows all the right places to shine. Tomorrow will be perfect weather, we should hit the river. There's no better time to start living the sweet life, rolling in sunshine, rocking the good time with all our friends. Easy and carefree, out in the summer breeze, loving a simple thanks for hours on end. Right about sundown, we lay on the ground, count on the stars as they come out one at a time. Ain't this a sweet life? Out on Lofton Road, out past the crooked corn roads, Grandma
Grandma's porch light glows. We're all gonna go to smell that bonfire burn. We should all take a turn, singing every song we remember and some we've never learned. And the beauty of it is when this day ends, we'll just do it again. Living the sweet life, rolling in sunshine, rocking the good time with all our friends. Easy and carefree, out in the summer breeze, loving a simple thanks for hours on end. Right about sundown, we lay on the ground, count all the stars as they come out one at a time. Ain't this a sweet life? These long drawn out days won't stay around forever, so let's make them count so we can talk about them all winter. Living the sweet life, rolling in sunshine, rocking the good time with all our friends. Easy and carefree, out in the summer breeze, loving a simple thanks for hours on end. Right about sundown, we'll lay on the ground as we count all the stars as they come out one at a time. Ain't this a sweet life? Yeah, ain't it a sweet life? Ain't it a sweet life?
He started out in about 2012. His name is Tate Stevens. In 2016, he won your Nashville Universal Award Male Vocalist of the Year for 2016 and also Radio Single of the Year for that song right there called Sweet Life. And we got to see him put on a sweet show at the Wild Horse Saloon as well. Great stuff from Mr. Tate Stevens. You can follow him on Twitter at Tate Stevens Country, and it's short for country. It is CTRY, so Twitter only lets you do so long, that's for sure. We don't want them long tweets and them long Twitter names, but Tate Stevens Country, CTRY, is where you can find him. You can find the video to this next song again on Indie Country Television, right there on the website, IndieCountryRadio.net. And his name is Matt Ferris, Matt Ferris Country, CTRY on Twitter. This is called You or the Whiskey, or Me or the Whiskey on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
I'm no stranger to a stiff drink. It eases my mind somehow. The kind of friend you pay to be with, but only brings you down. Well, I'm a big hit in this bar room, and everyone loves me right now. But when the lights go down and the chairs go up, what keeps them around? Is it me? I can't seem to find the answer in my glass. I can't believe how this has hit me. Is it me or the whiskey? Me and Jack are on the front porch, strumming an old guitar, trying to write a country love song about how you're breaking my heart. 'Cause I can tell by the look on your face, you've run out of tears. You're ready to walk away and leave me standing here. Is it me? I can't seem to find the answer in my glass. I can't
escape.
Singer-songwriters for 25 years. Discover St. Cyr White. Dave St. Cyr and Dolan White make up the songwriting duo St. Cyr White. You'll find songs that lament over lost love.
Take my heart in your hands. Give love a chance.
Their contemporary songs tell the listener stories about people's lives.
This is the life. Up at 5 when the rooster crows. This is what country life's all about.
Their goal is to provide today's artists with songs they can be proud to interpret and perform or record as their own. Check them out on their website, stcyrwhite.com.
Here's what happens when you buy a cheap jingle. Indie Country Radio. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Thought no one cared about you. Had so many things to prove. You were blind and refused to see. You would never stop to listen to me. Turned away from my help. Always doubting yourself. People say you went off the rails. I just think you're stuck on the wrong trail. You crave the cheap Canadian whiskey on the side of the road, and the yelling and the screaming when you thought no one was home, and the things that you would do when you thought no one was paying attention to you. Writing a novel on the things in your head. For a while you had me worried you'd end up dead, doing crazy stuff all for the thrill, like a trophy hunter going in for the kill. You crave the cheap Canadian whiskey on the side of the road, and the yelling and the screaming when you thought no one was home, and the things that you would do when you thought no one was paying attention to you. Send me a text in the middle of the night, giving me another piece of advice. Told me that meeting boys was easy, getting drunk was fun, but when you feel yourself falling in love, turn and run, run to the cheap Canadian whiskey on the side of the road, and the yelling and the screaming when you thought no one was home, and the things that you would do when you thought no one was paying attention to you.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what, we've talked about coffee, we've talked about wine, we've played a couple of songs about whiskey. Who says there's no variety in country music? I'll tell you what, we got it today on KICR Indie Country Radio. Her name is Mikalyn Hay. That is Mikalyn, Mikalyn Hay, and you can find her at Mikalyn Music on Twitter, and also her fan page, Mikalyn Fans. You might want to follow them as well. That is a great tune called Cheap Canadian Whiskey. Well, I'll tell you what, she's up for several categories in the Social Stars Award show that is happening right now. The voting is going on, second round voting on the big online thing called Twitter. So you want to follow Social Stars or WW, I think is what it is. And you can vote for yours truly for Radio Personality of the Year, too. I sure would appreciate that. Second round voting is going on right now on social media. So we appreciate everybody that got us to the second round, and we'll try to bring home the hardware, all right? Miss Brandy Clark is up next, and how about the new women of country music, by the way? You know, I'm thinking about doing a show of all women, and if I get to be on next Thursday, that's probably going to happen. If not, I might do it this Sunday, but we'll see. I'm going to make a playlist and promote who we think will be the next big impacts in women in country music. Now, even though I make a big playlist, I won't be able to play everybody, so that don't mean they're not going to have an impact if they don't get played. We got a lot of artists in our library, but this lady is one of them. She is Brandy Clark. You can follow her on Twitter at @TheBrandyClark. Her latest single is called Homecoming Queen on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
28 shouldn't look this old, but the last 10 years sure took their toll on the girl in the picture with the plastic crown. That sequin dress wouldn't fit her now like it did before the kids. Yeah, she loves her husband 'cause she said she would. Oh, it ain't so bad, but it ain't so good. She swore she wouldn't get stuck in this town. Now she's cutting coupons 2 doors down from her mom. And it goes on. Yeah, too bad life ain't a local parade in your uncle's Corvette on a Saturday with all the little girls waiting on you to wave when you're 17. You don't know that you won't always be homecoming queen. A newspaper clipping and a sash in the box are the only things that didn't get lost. She married a guy on a real estate sign, and it's hard to believe once upon a time she was royalty, the girl we all wanted to be. Yeah, too bad life ain't a local parade in your uncle's Corvette on a Saturday with all the little girls waiting on you to wave when you're 17. You don't know that you won't always be homecoming queen or the captain of the team. It ain't what it seems. It's just a teenage dream. Yeah, too bad life ain't a local parade in your uncle's Corvette on a Saturday with all the little girls waiting on you to wave when you're 17. You don't know that you won't always be homecoming queen. You won't always be homecoming queen.
Today's Country.
You might be everything that I need, but you gotta come talk to me, talk to me. Today's Country.
Girl, let me show you what he's giving you ain't real. I want you to know so bad how good love feels.
We got the hits. All the hits. Today's Country.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Is Tyson Pryor. We are still working on him getting a Twitter account, but maybe one of these days. But I'm tweeting out the artist anyway on my personal account at Tim Kelly on Air, and we are including New Country's Best in the tweets as well, because that's where I'm tweeting from that account too. So Peace of Mind, the title of that song, Tyson Pryor, that is Prior. If you want to check him out on the big Facebook machine as well, he is on there. We are good friends, and you know, he loves my comedy too. I do that on the side. I'll tell you what, I put this on Facebook yesterday because I did my taxes and I had some W-2s to take to the tax service, and it's kind of funny, but it's kind of not, because I go there all the time. I use the self-checkout at Walmart, so they owe me some W-2s too. I've been doing self-checkout all year. I'm in Walmart at least 5 hours a week for 50 weeks. Yeah, they owe me a few bucks. Well, I'll tell you what, we've been playing some songs about whiskey this morning. Let's do one more. We'll send this out to our station mom, Lula Bradbury, listening to us in live from Indianapolis, Indiana. Mr. Lance Stinson, #1, if you want to find him on Twitter. This is called Whiskey as well. On Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on your Thursday.
I was sitting at the bar, looking at myself in the mirror, when the bartender poured me one more shot of whiskey and said, man, I'll just leave this right here. He set the bottle down, but it was running out. All that's left won't fill this glass. Might of luck and I'm out of cash. Running out of reason she would leave. She took the kids, took her clothes, not so much as a goodbye note. So the whiskey ain't the only thing running out on me. is this bottle. Try not to think about, try not to think about her. And the clock upon the wall says that it's last call, but I ain't drink enough to drown her. Tears should be pouring down, but they're running out. All that's left won't fill this glass. I'm out of luck and I'm out of cash. Running out of reasons she would leave. She took the kids, took her clothes, not so much as a goodbye note. So the whiskey ain't the only thing running out on me. She took the kids, took her clothes, not so much as a goodbye note. No, the whiskey ain't the only thing. No, the whiskey ain't the only thing running out on me. Running out on me.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
All the boats I missed, all the hell I've caused, all the lips I've kissed, all the love I've lost. I got kicked around, I've been black and blue on my way to you. All the stars I've seen, all the songs I've sung, all the beers I've drank, all the damage done. I was just passing time, kinda just passing through on my way to you. Every curve, every ditch, every turn, every bridge I left behind me up in smoke. Every fork in the road, it was all worth a while when I finally saw you smile. Every highway, every heartbreak, every mountain, every mile. I got the radio up, the sun is going down. I'll take a left at the bank, and I'll head straight through town. So baby, put on that dress, a little sweet perfume, 'cause I'm on my way to you. Every turn, every bridge I left behind me up in smoke. Every fork in the road, it was all worth a while when I finally saw you smile. Every highway, every heartbreak, every mountain, every mile. All the boats I've missed, all the hell I've caused, all the lips I've kissed, all the love I've lost. I thank God for that. I guess He always knew I was on my way to you. On my way to you. On my way to you.
Cody Johnson from the great state of Texas, and great country music on the radio from him as well. The first independent artist to sell out NRG Stadium. He was the topic of conversation during our Rivershine interview this morning. If you missed that interview first thing out of the gate, it is available as a recorded podcast. It'll be available here in just a little under an hour, because welcome to the third and final hour of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, Indie Country Radio, KICR, broadcasting digitally from the live entertainment capital of the world, Branson, Missouri. Cody Johnson can be found on Cody Johnson Music on the big Twitter machine is where you can find Cody Johnson. Actually, just Cody Johnson, the one, the only. How about that? And a great tune called On My Way to You. Well, we've got more great music on its way to you right now. How about another artist from the state of Texas, from San Antonio, Texas, and works with our good friend Mr. Michael Stover from MTS Management. She is Madeline Victoria. He Only Loves Me on the Dance Floor on Today's Country, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best, also broadcasting live right now on Spreaker.com.
Looking for a good time. It's been a long week and he's on my mind. I won't give in. Lord knows it's a sin, but this whiskey should do the trick. He only loves me on the dance floor. He must be crazy, holding on to me so tight. Underneath the neon lights, I shouldn't let him. I must be crazy, but here we go, around and round, our silence underneath the sound. I need to leave. Look at him staring at me. I'm walking on Temptation Street. I know his thoughts. They're saying, come back to me, and I can't help but get lost. He only loves me on the dance floor. He must be crazy, holding on to me so tight. Underneath the neon lights, I shouldn't let him. I must be crazy, but here we go, around and round, our silence underneath the sound. He only loves me on the dance floor. He must be crazy, holding on to me so tight. Underneath the neon lights, I shouldn't let him. I must be crazy, but here we go, around and round. He only lets me on the dance floor.
Coming up, more new country music than you can shake a mouse at on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
That 1980 bottle of Crown sure was easy going down when Granddaddy poured me my first shot on graduation day. And here sits a $200 bottle of wine we toasted on our wedding night. It don't hold a candle to the way she kissed me when we said I do. If these bottles could talk, man, they'd tell you everything. If these bottles could talk, they'd tell you all my dreams, my hopes, my fears, my failures and tears. If these bottles could talk. There's quite a few I'd like to forget, all the crazy things they'd say like that's way too much. I can drive your truck, here's to drowning her memory away. If these bottles could talk, man, they'd tell you everything. If these bottles could talk, they'd tell you all my dreams, my hopes, my fears, my failures and tears. If these bottles could talk, bottles talk when they're slammed against the wall. Bottles talk they're held high after winning it all. They pick you up after you fall. Bottles talk. Yeah, bottles talk.
Play a whole lot of demo singers on this radio station, but that's one I'm going to keep playing. His name is Matt Dame, D-A-M-E. That song may be available, folks, if somebody wants it, so get with him on Twitter. It's Matt Dame is where you can find him, and a great tune called If These Bottles Could Talk. He did so well with it, he ought to do it to himself, but we absolutely love the song. Well, I'll tell you what, we love the lady in the chat room right now by the name of Lula Bradbury, who we call our station mom, and we've been praying real hard for her daughter Brenda to get better and get back home where she belongs. And I'll tell you what, this next song is fitting for this next occasion because this gentleman literally got a DJ to pray on the radio with him. He's a great traditional country music artist, Richard Lynch from the Richard Lynch Band in Waynesville, Ohio. His latest single is called Pray on the Radio on today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I've been writing my songs and telling my stories. I finally got my songs played on the radio. I've been doing interviews around the country. And then one day a DJ asked me, can I pray with you? He said, do you mind if we pray on the radio? Do you mind we talk about the Lord? I truly believe that God's watching over you. You know there's no better company than Jesus while you're out on the road. I told the DJ right then I'd be more than happy to share my thoughts and inspirations about my songs. I'm thankful God likes my music enough to ride with me. So if you're hearing my country music, then know that Jesus tags along. Do you mind if we pray on the radio? Do you mind if we talk about the Lord? I truly believe that God's watching over you. You know there's no better company than Jesus while you're out on the road. I know there's no better company than Jesus while we're out on the road.
Hear the Darren Morris Band, Never Knew Texas.
Fresh New Country.
On Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Grab an old winter coat from the closet in a Texas July, 'cause I know any minute you'll be pulling in the dry, and I'll be taking shelter, trying to shield my heart from the bitter storm you bring that's tearing us apart. I stood in a raging blizzard in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, braved old man winter on a Cheyenne Christmas Eve. And I cursed the windy city when it chilled me to the bone. But I never knew Texas could be this cold. You could melt my heart in an instant with the touch of your hand, but the chill of your cold shoulder helps me understand. We've drifted so far now, the love we had is lost. The icy bridge between us is just too hard to cross. I stood in a raging blizzard in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, braved old man winter on a Cheyenne Christmas Eve. And I cursed the windy city when it chilled me to the bone. But I never knew Texas could be this cold. If I could turn back time, I'd take you to a warmer day before we turned our summer skies to winter gray. I stood in a raging blizzard in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, braved old man winter on a Cheyenne Christmas Eve. And I cursed the windy city when it chilled me to the bone. But I never knew Texas could be this cold. I never knew Texas could be this cold. Grab an old winter coat from the closet in a Texas July.
He is from Texas, can't you tell? That is Darren Morris with the Darren Morris Band from Gilmer, Texas. His latest single called Never Knew Texas. Darren Morris Band, your 2018 Nashville Universal Awards Vocal Group of the Year. Congratulations to them. I think they'll do it again in 2019. They are awesome. Well, we're going to send this next song out to the 2018 Promoter of the Year from the Nashville Universal Awards, our good friend and the Penguins as well, in the chat room right now, Mr. Ron Campbell. One lady that he promotes quite heavily, Miss Jessica Rose. Jessica Rose live on Twitter. This is called Listening to You Leaving. Nah, stick around. We're going to go till 11 p.m. Central on KICR, New Country's Best.
I'm so sick of this alarm clock playing out the same song over and over again. I keep on listening to the same old heartbreak. That sound you leaving made running round through my head from the beginning. It don't matter if I turn that dial, every station's got it playing time after time. I could turn off the radio or put on something really slow, but nothing playing ever changes. It's just the same damn rhythm blasting through my system. I can't get it out of my head. I keep on listening till you leaving. Yeah, I keep on listening till you leaving. The barista at the coffee shop is humming to it non-stop. The man behind me's tapping his feet, and all I hear is your footsteps to the drum beat. Me crying as the lyrics sing, hearing your car shift gears out of our drive. I can try, but I can't get away. Can someone take this song off replay? I could turn off the radio or put on something really slow, but nothing playing ever changes. It's just the same damn rhythm blasting through my system. I can't get it out of my head. I keep on listening till you leaving. Yeah, I keep on listening till you leaving. I can hear it when I lay down at night. Let me tell you, it's the worst lullaby. I could turn off the radio or put on something really slow, but nothing playing ever changes. It's just the same damn rhythm blasting through my system. I can't get it out of my head. I keep on listening till you leaving. Yeah, I keep on listening till you leaving. It's just the same damn rhythm blasting through my system. I can't get it out of my head. I keep on listening till you leaving. Yeah, I keep on listening till you leaving. I keep on listening till you leaving. Yeah, I keep on listening till you leaving.
This is where country music lives.
Perfect music.
We're the people's favorite. Show the world you love your country. Delivering a much-needed neck punch to the status quo.
What does that even mean?
That means, in addition to the variety you've come to expect, you'll also hear songs like this.
You're gonna get us in trouble. I'm just saying, girl, it's fine with me. 'Cause I can lay your body down, just hug and love and rub you all over this beach.
And this.
I'm throwing yesterday away. I'm really glad I didn't stay. You can forget me and you. I'll get it all in spite of you. I'll have it all, I swear it's true.
And this.
Get a fiddle and a banjo, pick a little George Jones, let him know what Dixie's all about. Get your country out, yeah.
Thank you for listening to Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
and red roses in his hand. Everything's looking like what I'm looking for. Seems so nice and sweet, the kind that sweeps you off your feet. I've never met him, but I've met him before. But when he dropped me off, he didn't walk me to the door. I've been there, done that, got the shirt, got the hat, this ain't the first rodeo. I've been around a block or two, it's looking like deja vu, and I've already seen that show. Baby, just save your breath, 'cause that's a love story that I've already read. A new set, another stage, different number on the page. Here he comes riding in on a white horse. Getting to the final chapter, should be happy ever after, but it's looking like every ending before. Might as well close the book and throw it on the floor, 'cause I've been there, done that, got the shirt, got the hat, this ain't the first rodeo. I've been around a block or two, it's looking like deja vu, and I've already seen that show. Baby, just save your breath, 'cause that's a love story that I've already read. So baby, just save your breath, 'cause I've been there, done that, got the shirt, got the hat, this ain't the first rodeo. I've been around a block or two, it's looking like deja vu, and I've already seen that show. Baby, just save your breath, 'cause that's a love story, yeah. Baby, that's a love story that I've already read. I've already read.
She is my good friend, Miss Camber Kane from El Dorado Springs, Missouri, and I hope she's okay, because they had quite an ice storm last night in Missouri, and she was involved in it, and hopefully everything's okay. I haven't been on Facebook, been quite busy here with the best in new country music and a great Rivershine interview this morning, but I've got a little over 30 minutes left in the show, and then I'll get on that other form of social media, but we want to wish everybody is okay, or prayers for Miss Camber Kane as well. You can check out Love Story I've Already Read, the video on Indie Country Television, IndieCountryRadio.net, Channel 1 and Channel 2 of Indie Country Television. The best videos out there, along with the best music. Video to this next song available as well, Mr. Jason Blaine. This is called Countryside. We love it on the new countryside, on today's country from KICR. Indie Country Radio, live right now in my basement from Branson, Missouri, the live entertainment capital of the world.
You'll know her when you see her. She'll be the one in the scuffed up boots, old ball cap, ponytail through the back, grooving to a Garth Brooks tune. Her first car was a truck. She ain't afraid to sling it in the mud. Ooh, 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 that's the thing about my baby. Ooh, 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 you can blame it on her raising. She get a little unwound on a Friday night, with the coke and the crown, the moon and the shine. Lord, I love how she ain't shy, showing off her countryside. Her friends out and get a little out, round about Friday night. Might shotgun a couple cool ones, out where the stars shine bright. Favorite blue jeans frayed and torn, out there with the crickets and the cattle and the corn. Ooh, 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 that's the thing about my baby. Ooh, 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 you can blame it on her raising. She get a little unwound on a Friday night, with the coke and the crown, the moon and the shine. Lord, I love how she ain't shy, showing off her countryside.
get lost, take a little ride. Ain't no telling what we might find. She scoots over and the dashboard lights shows a little more of that countryside. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's the thing about my baby. Lord, I love how she ain't shy, showing off her countryside. Yeah, showing off her countryside. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Well, my belief is if it ain't broke,
That's it.
we'll break it.
Perfect.
Breaking new music.
Well, we're waiting. Where is it? Come on, a little more, a little more.
Did you feel that?
The earth shook.
Everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Broadcasting worldwide
From his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Preacher says I clean up pretty good, but a new shirt and a shave don't mean you're living how you should. The sermon is a jump start for my soul. Every dusty hymn gets me feeling I'm not alone. But this side of Sunday, after the last amen, my stained glass starts to crack again, and the world comes creeping in. Here comes the next chance to show a man can change. Trying to get the verses off the page. This side of Sunday, this side of Sunday. Sometimes I use my words as kerosene, get road rage instead of giving praise when a truck just misses me. Or forget it's just a fine line that divides me and the guy on the interstate holding up a cardboard sign. But this side of Sunday, after the last amen, my stained glass starts to crack again, and the world comes creeping in. Here comes the next chance to show a man can change. Trying to get the verses off the page. This side of Sunday. It's a tug of war between my want to and what I got a history of. Some old habits ain't easy to give up. This side of Sunday, after the last amen, my stained glass starts to crack again, and the world comes crashing in. Here comes the next chance to show a man can change. Trying to get the verses off the page. Yeah, I'm just trying to get those verses off the page. This side of Sunday, this side of Sunday.
is a good friend of mine from Nashville, Tennessee. His name is Brent Harrison. Brent Harrison, capital TN for Tennessee, is where you can find him on Twitter. And I also tweeted his wife in the tweet. Good friend of mine as well. Her name is Jade, and her Twitter account at Red Hot Country. He's got some Red Hot Country. His brand new single right there called This Side of Sunday, Mr. Brent Harrison. Mr. John Wolf is up next from the state of Texas. That is Jon, and Wolf with an E on the end of it. His latest single is called Baby This and Baby That on today's country, KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Come home dragging weight of the world on my shoulders, girl, and all I know is I wanna cash out, shut it down, throw in the towel, 'cause I'm feeling low and I'm moving slow. But when she's all baby this and baby that, I'm like a runaway train running out of track. There ain't no holding me back. When she's all baby this and baby that, when she's all come over here and give me a kiss, that look in her eyes, hands on her hips, I don't stand a chance. When she's all baby this and baby that. It still sounds good, good morning, good night, and anything else those pretty lips say. She sounds like an angel cooking in the kitchen. I love to listen to the songs she sings, but it's a whole other thing. When she's all baby this and baby that, I'm like a runaway train running out of track. There ain't no holding me back. When she's all baby this and baby that, when she's all come over here and give me a kiss, that look in her eyes, hands on her hips, I don't stand a chance. When she's all baby this and baby that. Yeah, my favorite thing in the world to see are those pretty brown eyes looking back at me, those pretty red lips I wanna kiss so bad, saying baby this and baby that. She's all baby this and baby that, I'm like a runaway train running out of track. There ain't no holding me back. When she's all baby this and baby that, when she's all come over here and give me a kiss, that look in her eyes, hands on her hips, I don't stand a chance. When she's all baby this and baby that. She's baby this and baby that. Every time she's baby this and baby that. Yeah, she's baby this and baby that.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio.
I never knew the language of a heartbeat, racing faster every moment that I breathe. I didn't expect a diamond to be sitting right there in the middle of a black, cold, open sea. I guess you get love when you least expect it now. And time can fly by, but I still wonder how. I never knew the language of that breath you take the first time that your lips meet in a kiss. I never knew that falling could hurt so damn much, but I don't mind if falling feels like this. I guess you get love when you least expect it now. We found something that can't be shaken, like the faults of California. You saved a thirsty heart, dying in the Indian sands. Rio Grande. I never knew the feeling of a heartbreak could feel like you're standing on the sun. I didn't expect a diamond to be broken on pieces along the road I had to run. I guess you get love when you least expect it now. Time could fly by, but I still wonder how. We found something that can't be shaken, like the faults of California. You saved a thirsty heart, dying in the Indio sands. I've got a love that's bigger than Texas, right here waiting for you. And it runs stronger than the waters of the Rio Grande. I've got a love that's bigger than Texas, and it's always waiting for you. And it runs stronger than the waters of the Rio Grande.
She is one of the women definitely making an impact on country music, country radio. Her name is Jessica Muse. That is Meuse. And we tweeted to her label Warrior Records, great independent label as well. That is a great song called Rio Grande. Miss Jessica Muse. Go follow her on Facebook and Twitter. You need to go follow this next young lady too. She had her featured song of the week last week. She can be found on Twitter at Miss Taylor Music. She is Alexis Taylor. Her latest single, How Do You Sleep? Well, I don't. I'll tell you that right now on Indie Country Radio, KICR, New Country's Best.
It took me a second to hear what you were saying when you said, girl, can I be honest? I never saw it coming. I hope I was there in the back of your mind. She lay beside you, right where I used to lie. So tell me, how do you sleep? How do you sleep at night? How do you sleep? How do you sleep without me by your side? Well, is it her? Is it me? Tell me, who do you see every time you close your eyes? Well, how do you sleep? How do you sleep at night? How do you sleep? Lord knows I've tried to, but I can't let it go. The way you must have held her close, like you held me before. And you keep on wishing that you could take it back, but you can't undo what you've done. It don't work like that. So tell me, how do you sleep? How do you sleep at night? Well, how do you sleep? How do you sleep without me by your side? Is it her?
sleep without me by your side? Well, is it her or is it me? Tell me, who do you see every time you close your eyes? How do you sleep? How do you sleep at night? How do you sleep?
Because there's no such thing as enough country. You know that great song that you just can't get out of your head? We're playing it right now. Wow, it's like we're right there inside your head. Okay, well, maybe not literally.
Don't touch that dial!
Broadcasting worldwide.
From his basement.
In the basement! 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 Up to the basement! In the basement! In the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
On Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I can't eat, can't sleep. All I do is think about you. Hold on, what's this feeling? That's my heart is stealing. That's okay. I don't want it back. What's this chemistry? Such intensity. Good emotions getting through. It's your sweet love I'm feeling. I can't get enough. Go figure it. Madly, deeply, baby, I'm falling. Head over heels, I'm living it hard and soul. You're giving it. I'm thinking that I'm digging it. Come on, keep it coming. Think you're onto something so strong, so right. It's got to be real. Breaking down the walls and fences. There's a powerful sense. Good emotions getting through. It's your sweet love I'm feeling. I can't get enough. Go figure it. Madly, deeply, baby, I'm falling. Head over heels, I'm living it hard and soul. You're giving it. I'm thinking that I'm digging it. It's your sweet love I'm feeling. I can't get enough. Go figure it. Madly, deeply, baby, I'm falling. Head over heels, I'm living it hard and soul. You're giving it. I'm thinking that I'm digging it.
She is the Alabama cowgirl herself. That is Jessie Lynn. We had a great radio interview a couple of weeks ago. Her latest single right there called I'm Digging It. You know, I'm the DJ, and I'm digging this great country music that we're playing today. I hope you are too. The best in new country lives right here, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I interviewed this next gentleman. It's been a while. We need to do another one. He is from Joplin, Missouri. Good friend of mine. His name is Milton Patton. This is called Trouble. Let's get into a little bit right now on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Stand between your toes, girl. What happened to your clothes, girl? I hope you know what you're getting into, 'cause baby, I can rock your world. Lipstick on my cigarettes. Oh, girl, you're turning me on. And once I'm going, baby girl, there ain't no turning me off. You're gonna get us in trouble. I'm just saying, girl, it's fine with me. 'Cause I can lay your body down, kiss, hug, and love and rub you all over this beach. Or we can go inside of town, find a bench at a park, cuddle up, make a sing. You're gonna get us in trouble. If it's fine with you, then it's okay with me. Tequila through a straw, girl. You're steady popping buttons on, girl. No need for calling a taxi, 'cause by the way that you're acting, won't make it out of this bar, girl. Kissing in traffic, backseat of a taxi, red bottom heels in the air. Cab driver don't care, he even pay for the taxi fare. You're gonna get us in trouble. I'm just saying, girl, it's fine with me. 'Cause I can spin your body around, kiss, hug, and love and rub you all over Dixon Street. Or we can go outside of town, find a field, make some ruts, play in mud, cause a scene. You're gonna get us in trouble. If it's fine with you, then it's okay with me. From the bed to the couch, then the floor. The neighbors yelling, keep it down next door. I'm sorry, but this girl I can't ignore. You're gonna get us in trouble. I'm just saying, girl, it's fine with me. 'Cause I can lay your body down, kiss, hug, and love and rub you all over this beach. Or we can go inside of town, find a bench at a park, cuddle up, make a sing. You're gonna get us in trouble. If it's fine with you, then it's okay with me. You're gonna get us in trouble. Girl, if it's fine with you, then it's okay with me. Yeah.
In a world, there's one man, and he's in another world. Tim Kelly, Indie Country Radio.
It's just an empty shotgun seat, right where you're supposed to be, right where you belong. It's just a love song on the radio, sing along song for most, but I turn it on. I hate driving alone, getting where I'm going, spinning my wheels, yeah, getting nowhere fast. I hate driving alone. It's just another sunny day. Wind is down, not a chance to rain. Not a chance in hell it's gonna be the same. I'm never gonna be the same. I hate driving alone, getting where I'm going, spinning my wheels, yeah, getting nowhere fast.
is Kristen Kuiper and a great tune called Driving Alone. Well, I wasn't alone today. Had lots of great folks in my chat room. And a big thank you to David from the group Rivershine, who have our featured song of the week called The Lover. What a great radio interview we had this morning. It will be available for you to listen over and over again on Spreaker.com. Search Indie Country Radio. It's on Google Play Music and on Spotify as well in the podcast section. Miss Katie Beth will be on tonight at 8:30 Central Time with Breaking Boundaries. So be sure to tune into that show live right here on Spreaker.com. Search Indie Country Radio as well. That's going to do it for me today. I will see you on the radio real soon. Today's Country with Tim Kelly is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Check us out on our website, timkellyproductions.com. You guys have a great Thursday. We'll see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on, oh, I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toes in warm white sand. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. So turn me on, oh, I'll see you on the radio. I'm young, I'm old, I'm country, I'm rock and roll. So turn me